Okay, so you said your one PI was getting frustrated.
Yes.
For those people that are, I guess anyone could benefit from this, whether you're at the site level, the CRO level. What kind of things would make a PI frustrated with the site? And then how do you determine what makes a good PI later on?
It's one of the hardest things, man. It's a complicated answer. It's like asking, what causes cancer? Because if you ask oncologists, there's like thousands of possible factors. So what
Right.
makes a PI get frustrated? Thousands of things. I think the site could not be doing well financially. The PI, that's more obvious. The PI could get frustrated. In our case, that wasn't the case. The case was we were very stable and we were doing very well to the point where we bought a building. And that's another fact. I mean, things change when you start making money and then your partners start thinking, well, okay, why do I need to still be the PI? Because I think the PI sees, all right, Dan hired a replacement for himself, basically. Chris still does it, but he's not really day to day.
Hmm.
But me as the PI, I mean, I'm still have to do everything from day one, and that's a frustrating. That's getting frustrated because of success, not because of failure, which
Interesting.
I think people don't talk about enough. PI dissatisfaction can come from a lot of places.
Right. Well, that's interesting. You're talking about the success of the site
Yes.
caused the frustration, I guess, in hindsight. Um,
Yeah.
so was that something that you talk about, you guys being able to replace yourselves because of the I guess the money was able to support that. You're able to hire people to do the kind of
Right.
jobs that you were doing.
Right.
Is that something that eventually, I mean, obviously the PI still needs to be on the study, but hiring sub Is to work on the study to kind of limit their load and,
Yeah.
more coordinators, is that
Yeah.
something
But
that could have
guess
been
what?
done too? All right.
It could have been done, but here's the thing: it's much easier to get someone and train them to be a coordinator than it is to get someone to be a psychiatrist. I
Right.
mean, your pool of talent is like
Way
a
less.
handful. And then if all handfuls say no, what are you gonna do? I mean, you're gonna keep doing the business, right?
Right.
So that that's something that I think a lot, and not enough site owners think about. And by the way, we're still doing studies with this PI, but we do have another one, and we kind of made two separate companies in one at one address because it's a building we own.
Right.
So all the psych stuff we still do with our current business partner on one business, and then all non-psych studies we're doing with our new PI, Dr. Z, who's a go-getter. But I don't think it's necessarily anyone's fault of what happened. I think it's just mature. I don't know if it's maturity. It's just the way businesses evolve. I
Right.
mean, it's hard to pinpoint. You know, when you have four owners, a lot of dynamics are there.
Okay. Okay. That's definitely good because a lot of people, a lot of these influencers and quote unquote gurus all over Instagram, they only talk about the good stuff, right? They
Oh
talk about
yeah,
the
on the private
highlights.
jet, on the private
Exactly.
jet. You know what? The closer to reality is, and we never made money to have private jets, but we bought real estate. Like success can be equally bad for the company or for the partners as failure. I mean, at
Uh,
least in the failure, you guys are all failing together. But with success, now you start breaking down. Okay, maybe everyone's making the same amount of money, but now you start looking closer. Okay, well, who's doing the work and why are we sharing it? If I'm doing like 35% and he's only doing 15,
right.
so this is why I always say never rely on just one PI. Never. Never. Always, even if they're a partner, things can happen. I mean, frustration, like maybe it's not even like a breakup. Maybe they get sick. One of my current PIs, she got breast cancer, man. And
Wow.
I mean, and we have a really good relationship with her. And I mean, she's not talking much about it, but so we have to speculate. But, we have to merge that site. It's a very small site with our other small site with another PI, and then there's a third one into a bigger one in LA. So that's the one you're gonna see on some videos here and there.
Okay.
That's my reason for going to LA every month. When
I
I
see.
get bored of Arizona, I'll just go out there.